It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Come on. Hey.
And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Bengals, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Out left and complete to Thornton. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw on 3rd down. Hannah. Open man, the tight end Henry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Cannon Balaj. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hannah, this one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here, because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
11.
Here Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
11 mighty.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11 MT, take.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
The Bengals at 2-0 here to begin the season. And off to exactly the start you're hoping for. Nothing for the fan base to complain about, at least not yet.
I like the way that you phrased that. Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a long ways to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way if they stay in that mode throughout the season.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 1, ready?
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
On 1.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Burrow on play action. And that is incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 1, ready?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
11, Thomas.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
11.
Burrow will throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And he's got some space here. Shoves him aside. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Well, every quarterback, especially a rookie quarterback, loves to have plays like that from a guy running the ball.
Takes a lot of pressure off the youngster, doesn't it? He doesn't have to throw the ball in bad situations. Just turns around, hands it to his big horse. And we've seen rookie quarterbacks ride great runners right into the playoffs.
Back to Stevenson on first down. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Okay, break.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Hannah. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun, Hannah. Touchdown, Patriots. Devontae Parker from 17 yards out. And the Patriots are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Here we go, here we go.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
12.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
11, Thomas.
Now Burrow. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11, 11, 11, 11.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Good job there getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Here we go.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
12, 12, 12.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Here we go. Here we
Here
go.
comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play caller, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
To throw on second down. Hannah. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Tyquan Thornton.
70 yards.
And the Patriots have taken the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
I'm wondering.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
That's the tight end Hurst with it. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
11, 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Now Burrow on first down. Dumps it off to Mixon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
11, 11, 11.
And Burrow going to throw again.
Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
I'm fine, ready?
Still 15 yards to go, second down.
Now they go play action now. Burrow voids the target, and he has it over the middle.
11, 11, 11.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will stay at a 7-point game. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
11 empty.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Returnable here for Callaway. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
104 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Again, it's Stevenson.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Let's go.
2nd and 8. To the right side, this is Stevenson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Hannah. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get the football back at their own 17. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. With slant cut by Chase. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and the Pats are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
70 Rangers. Catch.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now Burrow loses the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess. He's got it at the 15.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Mixon will try the right side. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
11 Thomas.
Again, it's Mixon. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here we go.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Mix it up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Down the line. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off the play fake. Hannah. And right side, Henry's got it.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
New England on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He's got his man, Thornton. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Stevenson will take this one in. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far and throughout.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Point after, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. After the pick six, here's Burrow again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Gun.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
It's a room to maneuver. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Here we go, set. Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. Hannah. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. They go play action with Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
11.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And that is incomplete here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, down the numbers. There he goes. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Ramondre Stevenson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bengals 16. Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Stop.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Oh, the return is Callaway.
It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Pats at the line ready to go.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Patriots, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh
to take on the Steelers.